All right, Shalom. Before I continue with this lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach with the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. And this lesson will be entitled The Carmanians, pursuant to 2nd Esdras 15 to 30. The Carmanians refers to a people. Well, that it will be referred to, the Iranians, but also too, when you go into their precept, talks about the dragons of Arabia will be joined unto them, and it says that they're going to take down the Assyrian Empire, or the Assyrians. They don't say the empire, but it says the Assyrians, which we know that the Edomites are likened to the Assyrians, the Egyptians, the Babylonians. So as it says right here, which this is a screenshot I took, it says, no more waiting. Or Arab nations push UN for consequences against Israel. And the thing is, you're pushing for consequences that won't happen because they're controlled. The UN is controlled by the higher ups, the elites. So it's not going to be no consequence. It says they're not in trouble as other men. The Edomites, so-called white people, they're not in trouble as other men. Slowly but surely it's happening to where, they're getting hemmed up, caught for a lot of stuff that they're doing. But there's no actual true justice that's going to happen. So give me 1 second. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm going to start at 28. It says, behold, in horrible vision, in the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. And it says, because all these, the Ishmaelite nations are going to join together, whether they're Shiite or Sunni, which is different sects of, Islam, because really, they're against each other, but they're being brought together via the way how these Edomites are doing stuff, the Israelis and the Americans and NATO and EU, they're going to be against this beast system and this woman that rides the beast that speak about in the book of Revelation. All right. It says also the Carmanians, Salaki. It says also the Carmanians or Minions, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. It says, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of Assyria. And that's what's getting ready to happen. But of course, that Babylon the Great, America is going to be totally destroyed. And, the land of Israel is going to be destroyed, but be, inhabited. It's going to be inhabitable. It's going to be built right back up. It's not going to happen, to America. So let's keep, let's see. Yeah, verse 31. And they, no, not they. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I hit. Okay, good. I'm still recording. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Let's see. I'm going to stop right there. And so they're going to remember their nature, which going back to the Medo-Persian Empire, there was a strong empire. The Persian Empire was very strong. The military might, they had, a great military might. And also, too, the Ishmaelite nations, they had a great military, too. Salaki, but it wasn't like, the Persian Empire. And so, so these other nations, they're getting tired of these Edomites. They're getting tired of them. So let's go to Obadiah. No, matter of fact, um, let's get Job. I think it's Job 25, 20 or 25, because they're about to be in straits. They're about to be in difficulty. These Edomites with their war that they got going on. They're about to be in straits, which the word straight doesn't go into something that's, like a straight path is easy. No, they're going to be in difficulties. So Job 20, I think it's 20. Yeah. So Job 20, and let's see. Let's start right here, 22, because really all this deals with the Masonic visions and dream, not vision, dream. Yeah, all this goes to a Masonic dream that they have, that the elite have. One world government, one world of rule. Everybody joined under one umbrella, and also too, losing my train of thought. He want to control all these other nations, and it's to start World War III. But this is a trap that the Lord got them in. So Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. So every hand of the wicked, also going into these other nations, are going to be upon him. This war that he done started is going to lead to his downfall. And the scriptures say that. It's going to lead to the MOTB being implemented, the world economy crashing. It's not going to be for his benefit, but he think it is. That's why it talks about in the fullness of his sufficiency, like meaning when everything seems to be going right for him, really it's not. He's going to be in straits. He's going to be in a path of difficulty that he cannot get out of. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So while he's beginning to get pleasure at this NWO, like, hey, I done did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the God. I'm the God now. Because, like I said in Thessalonians, he seek to sit in the holy place. He opposes, let me get that. And this ain't going to be a quick, this ain't going to be a long lesson either. All right, I'm just going to hit the points and then be done with it. Let's see, Thessalonians. All right, so I think it's 2. 2 Thessalonians 2. Yeah. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2. It says God will vindicate them. And matter of fact, I don't want to get that. Here it goes. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So we fell away from who we were, our heritage. So that's what happened. When that happened, the Edomites, the other nations, came into power and ruled for a long time. And the son of perdition, the word perdition means destruction, right? So he was revealed then, he's being revealed now. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's the mindset that he has. So with his NWO, when he begins to put microchips in people, which is the mark of the beast, he's going to see himself as a god. He already sees himself like that now, but it's going to be even worse in that time or in that day. It says, you know what? I don't want to get that. Let's switch it up and grab back kind of on. Well, I mean, we're still on topic, but to get the precepts I want to get. Joel. Let's see. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Where is it at? Give me 1 second. All right, so this is Joel 3:10. It says, "Beat your plowshares into pruning hooks." No, slack. Yeah, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, "I am strong." So these other nations, they're gearing up for war, and they're able to see how strong they are to take on this beast system and America, NATO, EU, and even the allies of America, are going to turn on them. So the weak is saying that they're strong now. Hey, we're strong enough to defend ourselves. The Iranians are saying that. The so-called Arabs are saying that, which is the Ishmaelites. They're all saying it. Like, hey, we can do something now. America is weak. Look at their president. Look at their people. All the moles and stuff that's over here in this country in the military. Now America's weak now. We can do something. They see that. So anyway, let me see. Let me get this Isaiah. All right, so this is Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So this is what's getting ready to happen also. The only ones that's going to come up, on top is the nation of Israel. Straight up. Only the Israelites. Well, I'm going to start off with saying that. Only the Israelites are going to be saved. The elect of the nation of Israel is going to be saved. And that's it. But the only nation that's going to rule after this World War III, after the destruction, is the nation of Israel. They done had their time. So that's why the Lord is saying, all you nations come in here. So when we out there on the highways and byways, it's for you to hear the word too, to know the judgment that's getting ready to happen upon you. Yeah. That's how it's going down. And the Lord is mustering. He's the one that's causing this battle that's getting ready to happen. So Isaiah 6. No, 6, 9 and 6, I believe. Yeah. Starting at 5. I'm gonna close with this. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And so this World War III, this last war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. How? Via the way of ICBM missiles. Hell, even if a rocket was to hit, a military base, that fire will even still, from the explosion, it'll catch you. But it's going to really go down, when these missiles are shot off, these ICBMs, And so this war that's getting ready to happen, or that started, it ain't going to be like in the ancient times, of course, when you got on the garment and swords and you face to face, No, it's going to be, of course, guns and missiles and rockets. The end all be all is, the ICBMs, the missiles, to be used. That's why they got them. They're not there to look pretty. And they're not going to be here when the Lord, basically establishes his kingdom. All that shit's going to be gone. It's going to serve its purpose, its time, and then it's done. But all nations are getting ready to go down. So Lord will, this is an edifying lesson. Quick hit. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash, Shalom.